Meet Francis Gatluak, an MSF nurse in the village of Lir, South Sudan. He's a modest man, but his story is a powerful one. It's one of commitment to the neglected and the curing of the very ill in his own community. Francis came from a small village in South Sudan's Unity State, still a conflict area today. When Francis was young, the men and boys fled the village to avoid being killed by fighters from either side of the conflict. As the war continued through the late 1980s, famine struck, and people became victims of an epidemic outbreak of Kala-Azar, a rare and neglected tropical disease transmitted by the bite of the sandfly. Left untreated, it's deadly 95% of the time. When people began dying in the MSF health clinic in Lir, no one knew what was killing them. Among the sick was the brother of Francis.
He became worse, and then we came back to the hospital. We are two people who are carrying him on the bed to Lir. We just carry sometime less than 1 hour, and then we stop, we put him down, we rest, we carry him again. So it took us three days to reach Lir. But he did not manage to survive. When my brother died, I went back home. I got feeling like my body is hot, I have fever. After a while, I feel like I have something in my stomach growing. They used to give me a traditional medicine. They put it in the water, and then they tell me to drink, but it's not helping me. So I say that, okay, I don't need to be like my brother who has been very weak, so I have to go. So from there I start walking to Lir.
By then, MSF had discovered that the mystery disease killing so many people was Kala-Azar, and they began testing blood from the villagers. But it was an excruciating and frustrating process. The tests at the time had to be done far away, in a lab in Nairobi. It took a full month to get results. And because the test was not always accurate, many people, like Francis, had to be tested again and wait another month for results. As they waited, they got sicker and sicker.
And I was seeing some of the people where we have been waiting together starting getting sick and die. When we came from that village, we are like 18 people. And those 18 people, 15 of them, they died before they get any medication. So we remain only 3. So we are just waiting there and see what is going to happen. But we are not thinking that we are going to survive. We are thinking that maybe we will die. They treat me with an injection for 30 days, and then from there I start getting better. And I start learn about how I can also help the other people, how I can help the patient, and how I can treat the patient. If there is people who can give medication, I can also help to do the job and helping the community.
So after he recovered, Francis went to work with MSF to treat others suffering from the same disease that nearly killed him. He offered valuable information to the MSF team. He knew that the majority of patients were coming from a famine-stricken area of Unity State called Dwar. Nearly all the cases in Lir and hundreds more other displaced people treated by MSF had all come from the area surrounding Dwar. His soft-spoken nature belied his powerful commitment to the needs of his patients and community. Francis urged MSF to go to Dwar and provide treatment there. His persistence paid off. MSF, together with Francis, made an exploratory trip to several villages in the area.
They went and found some home. There's nobody. Even normally we go, sometimes we find a skeleton, the bones, they are just outside. The hyenas, the birds are eating them because people fear to go there, to go to that home if people die there. There's nothing to help them. And then the MSF did the old tests, and when they did the old tests, they found that 90% of the tests, they are all positive from that place.
MSF established a clinic in Douar in 1990. Because of Francis's far-reaching initiative, around 10,000 people were treated for Kala-Azar in the project's first year alone. Today, the former patient is a nurse. He's now in his 23rd year with MSF, and he remains a very modest man.
I was in the right position, and MSF also, it was agree. The ideas we give, it was good. And I feel strong to work with MSF from that period up to now, so I cannot change my position again.